गणानां त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणस्पत आनः शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती धीनामवित्रयवतो गणेशाय नमः सरस्वत्यै नमः श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम्।
शिरडिनिवासा साई पुट्टपर्तिनिवासा साई मा हृदयनिवासी साई।
Swami once asked a number of people as to what they would like to be in the hands of God. Swami received various answers. Some said the lotus, some the conch, and some the discus. Swami then advised to become the flute, for then the Lord will come, pick up, put to his lips, and breathe through, to merge in the will of God and inhale only the breath of God.
आधारमु नी नामस्मरण में आधारमु नी नामस्मरण में अखिल जीवुलकु बाबा।
With compassion in the heart, passion in the belly, and innovation in the mind, this ambassador of Sai not just merely leads, but also follows his teachings very defined.
शरणागतोडनु करुणा शरधे शरणागतोडनु करुणा।
The youngest son of late Srimati Pidatala Ramadevi and Sri Pidatala Sitapati IAS, former Chief Secretary, Government of Andhra Pradesh, which is Avatara Pradesh, was given the responsibility of being the first National Youth Program Coordinator in 1997 for the first World Youth Conference by Bhagwan himself. He is also a trustee of the Sri Sathya Sai Grama Seva Trust.
Sai Sadguru Deva Ni Padakamalmula Niduma Ni Padadasa Dasanudasudanu Padadasa Dasanudasudanu Namuravinaledo Ni Manasu Karugadelo.
If the purpose of every letter and word is to bind together, to form meaningful words and sentences, he is that coat of Swamis who binds people by working with them to serve collectively on the realization of self in the real sense. Living Manava Seva, Madhava Seva as an experience, during the years of Bhagwan's immediate divine presence, he has actively served for the tribal communities by anchoring his values through village cleaning, paving roads and bringing up street lights, conducting medical camps, arranging for scientists' interaction to share vital information to farmers for both better yield and tending to their cattle.
జపతప విధులను తెలియని శిశువును జపతప విధులను తెలియని శిశువును శివతాయి సత్య సాయి నామస్మరణమను మాలను గళమునా
His sincere prayers and devoted efforts towards all his offerings to Swami spread soulful smiles beyond miles. No matter the distance, through his proactive outreach, he connects to each and every one as a family and supports through lows and highs. In the year 1985, he, along with his friends, commenced a youth-based service-centered activity which is well known for its selfless and relentless seva in the Sri Sathya Sai Seva Organizations, Hyderabad. Endearingly addressed as My Hyderabad Boys by Bhagwan himself. This strong Sai Sevak is attached not only to Lord Sai's Hridaya Kamalam but also Bhagwan's divine abode, Shivam Sai Hridayam.
Karunanidhe Sai Ram Nee Padakamalmula Sannidhi Cherchuma Padakamalmula Sannidhi Cherchuma Baba Paradisha Oh Shirdi Nivasa Sai Putta Parthi Nivasa Sai
Titles don't define his identity. Roles can't convey his commitment, discipline en route. Addressed as Bhai, Uncle, Brother, Sir, Gopai and Gopi Bai, Dr. Gopi Krishna Pidatala are Lord Sai's divine flute.
हृदय निवासी साई
Brothers and sisters, Sri Sathya Sai, the Prana Mithra. Dr. Gopi Krishna Pidatala. He has over 35 years of experience in strategy and operations, infrastructure development, business development and procurement, supply chain management across the industries of healthcare, information technology, agricultural products and services. His educational qualifications include BSc in Agriculture and Animal Husbandry, MSc in Agriculture, MBA in Strategy, MBA in Operations, MBA in Human Resource Management, Postgraduate Diploma in Sales and Marketing, Postgraduate Diploma in Computer Applications, Postgraduate Diploma in Public Relations, and PhD in Leadership. He has supported global operations to Fortune 100 companies such as Best Buy and Walmart. In India, he has worked and supported operations for National Dairy Development Board, the Institute of Public Enterprise, Marketing and Business Communications, Oliva Advanced Hair and Skill Care chain, a brand leader in cosmetology in India. He is presently the Group CEO of Vista Imaging and Medical Center, Managing Director of Denosos India Private Limited, Director, Nectrome Omnichannel Media Solutions, United States of America, Director, Vedagna Bioag India. Till date, he has spoken to more than 2 lakh students across the country on the subjects of values and ethics, business communication, youth, and national development. In the Sri Sathya Sai Seva organizations, he was the first National Youth Program Coordinator for the first Sri Sathya Sai World Youth Conference. He is a trustee of the Sri Sathya Sai Gram Seva Trust. He is a national team member for the programs and projects Sri Sathya Sai Seva Organizations India. He is a convener for Sri Sathya Sai National Leadership Program for Self-Transformation. He is the convener for Sri Sathya Sai Vidyavihar High School, Hyderabad. He is the governing council member of Sri Sathya Sai Gurukula Vidyaniketan, Bejenki. He has received the Jewel of India Award for outstanding contribution in the field of education. He is also a recipient of Bharat Gaurav Award from the International Business Council, New Delhi. Amidst all this professional work, he has always prioritized and given his time to our Swami's work, our Swami's Seva. Today, it's our fortunate and my special fortunate to introduce my father. Tears just rolled down when I just speak about him right here in front of this session. Without wasting much time, I call upon the convener, Dr. Gopi Krishna Pidatala.
Om Shri Sai Ram. Tvameva matascha pita tvameva tvameva bandhuscha sakha tvameva tvameva vidya Dravinam tvameva tvameva sarvam mama deva deva Sri Sai Deva. Offering my most loving salutations at the divine lotus feet of my best friend, my guide, my philosopher, my life, my Swami. My pranams to my parents, but for whom I wouldn't be sitting here to speak to you all. My teachers who molded me in my life, my friends, my peers in the Hyderabad Youth Group, and my dear family members of this program. It's always easy to speak to a forum, stand near a podium, and then speak on any given topic. But to speak about Swami is very difficult, and that too to family members. So primarily, my prayers to Swami, since I'm speaking to his children, may he speak what is needed for this satsang to make our lives a better one for a better tomorrow. That long introduction was not needed at all. A humble servant trying to follow the path of Swami is what it should have been. But nevertheless, I know the Sattvam team would not have agreed for that introduction if it had not been there. Thank you so much. I'm deeply touched. I'm honored, deeply honored to be speaking to all of you today. So for the next 1 hour or so, please do remind me, because sometimes when we start speaking about Swami, time just clicks and ticks and there is no end to it. So please do remind me. I think Subhada or Swati or Sai Ram can give me a reminder when to stop, because this is his story, which is going to be history. Let me start with a short thought. Over the next 1 hour, I'll be speaking to you about certain incidences in my life with Bhagwan, his direct dictum, which is very meaningful to all of us as youth. Some stories that he narrated to us and told us that do not forget to share these stories when you talk to youth. And I think it'll be a great day today because Swami is right here with us and he'll take us through all these discussions. I have been talking to all of you, my family members of the NLP, saying that you're very blessed to be a part of this program. And you might have been wondering, why is this guy, this convener, always saying you're so blessed, you're so blessed? So I would like to start with the story that happened way back, in the early 2000s. Swami lovingly used to call me by different names. I think during his sojourn on earth, he must have called me by my name only once or twice as Gopi. But he normally used to call me Pakoda. He used to call me Double Size. He used to call me Bonda. He used to call me Garud Gacha. Different names were there for me, and I really cherished those names. The Lord giving me some titles is something very more precious than anything else in the world. So I was seated in the bhajan hall of the mandir. Let me also tell you today that I'm not going to download any gyan on leadership. I'm not going to talk anything about leadership, grades or what, this management specialists like Gitanjali or Sai Gunaranjan project management ke baare mein jaise baat karte hain. I'm not going to talk anything. I'm going to talk about pure love of Bhagwan. So this was, I was seated in the bhajan hall right in the center in the mandir. The bhajan was going on. Then the bhajan Harti was almost completed. And then Sri Chiranjeev Rao Garu, I don't know how many of you know him. He was the administrator of the ashram, a short gentleman, an extraordinary sevak of Bhagwan. He comes up to me in the mandir hall. I was seated in the middle. I was almost double my size at that time. So that's why double size. And he tells me slowly that Swami is calling you. And he walked away. And at that point of time, right from the center of the bhajan hall, imagine a 120 kg rock has to get up, walk out, go to the veranda, and then wait for Swami to call. By the time I could get up, cross everybody, and go into the veranda, Swami had retired to his room. I was feeling very bad, and I was wondering, what a great opportunity. Swami calls me and I couldn't get up. And Swami also told me many times, wait, Taggara, reduce your weight. But I used to also tell him, Swami, that is one thing that cannot happen with me. I cherish eating a lot, junk food. So that's a different story. We'll talk about it later on. So I was waiting there outside the door and Swami had gone inside. But after some time, Sri Chiranjeev Rao comes out with a packet. And he comes and hands it over to me and says, he didn't know me by name. He said, he knew my father. He said, Junior Sitapati, Swami has asked you to go and hand over this packet to Justice Ishwar Prasad, who was a High Court judge in Kerala at that time, in Hyderabad. I said, wonderful. And Swami also said that, you're going by bus this evening, so take it and give it to him immediately after you alight in Hyderabad. So very nice. I was wondering, how does Swami know that I'm going by bus? I normally don't travel by bus. So, but I was going that day by bus. So I got into the bus. I landed in Hyderabad in Jubilee bus station. Then I took an auto directly to Jubilee Hills, where Justice Ishwar Prasad used to stay. I knocked his door in the early hours. It was 5:30 in the morning. He opens and he says, Babu, what is it you have come? He was a little surprised seeing me. Then I said, Uncle, I have a packet here, and Swami had asked me to hand it over to you. And here I am giving it to you. Please intimate or send a message to Swami that I've handed it over to you. This was a conversation, nothing more. So normally of that engage, somebody you're doing something, and giving somebody, people call you inside and ask you to sit down at early hours, offer a coffee. Nothing happened like that. And I just walked out, and took an auto, the same auto, and I was going back home. Normally in our life, if we are given a work, let's say by a mother, father, or your boss, or somebody, even your professor, after you complete a work, you normally go and tell them, I've completed this work, isn't it? This is normally what happens in our life. So as I was traveling back home, this thought came to my mind, is that Swami has given me an opportunity for doing a work. And is it not necessary that I should go back and tell him? So this thought came in my mind, and I went home, and I took a bath and went down and told my mom, I have to go back to Puttaparthi immediately. My mother said, crazy fellow, where are you going? You just landed from Puttaparthi. What is it you're talking of going back to Puttaparthi again? Then I told her, Mama, this is what it is. This is what happened, and I should go back and tell Swami. She knew that, chip of the same block, stubborn. So I wouldn't agree. So she said, okay, go. I took an immediate bus and landed in Puttaparthi by the evening. And here I was seated in the cycleman hall, old cycleman hall, in the front row. Saha uncle was there, and I was seated in the front. With this thought in my life that I have accomplished something in my life. What is it that I have accomplished? Swami has given me a work. I have done this work. My ego was full. My balloon was bloated. And here I was sitting right in the front row that Swami will walk now. The music will start. Swami will come into the front row. I will get up with a lot of gusto and energy. I'll tell him, Swami, I have done your work that you have assigned to me. This is how it happens. Everybody, it happens like this. And I'm no exception, And I was seated here, looking here, there, everybody that now going, I'm going to tell Swami. And Swami walks in. The music starts and Swami comes in front of me. And I rise. I rise and say, Swami. Swami said, hey, sit down. Swami snubs me. I said, hey, sit down. Done. The balloon, the bloating, the gas, everything bursted. And down I'm sitting like this. Everybody around me is watching me. Why is this guy annoyed Swami? Why did Swami react so fast on him? And I'm down like this with my head down in cyclone hall, not knowing what to do. This was a situation. And I was thinking, Arey, kya kar diya yaar maine? Bhagwan ko I made Swami upset. And then I started realizing, man, I was not in the right perspective of informing Swami that I've done it. So I have done it was that something that was there in me. So I was head down and I was thinking, and I was apologizing to Swami. Swami, I'm sorry, Swami, this happened. And you know what happened? Believe me, a student runs to me and says, brother, Swami is calling you. The moment when I realized my mistake and when the ego got cut off totally, the next moment, there is a student running to me and she says, Swami is calling you. I run like a panther right into the door of Swami and I go inside the interview room and I see Swami standing there all alone. You have a beautiful simhasan. You might have seen some pictures, which is a brown colored simhasan. Swami is having the hand on his chair and Swami is reading a letter. I go inside. I know I have been snubbed by Bhagwan, so I didn't go close to him. I don't know how many of you know, but Swami is the Paripurna Prema Avatar. But let me also tell you, Swami is also a Narsimha Avatar. When he gets angry, I'm telling you, he is more ferocious than Narsimha Avatar. He roars and, this is what. And all that is for our own good. That's a different story. So I was distanced. I was standing a little away. And at that point of time, Swami read the letter and he put it on the windowsill. And he said in Telugu, Ippudu cheppara. Hey, now you tell me. Then, I could see a smile on Swami's face. My heartbeat calmed down. I was back into normal. Then I took the guts and went a little closer to him. And I said, Swami, Cheppu, tell me, Swami said. Swami, Miru, in Telugu. So I'll be using the Telugu dictum a little bit, but I'll also, translate it so that, the beauty of the discussion should not go, in fact. Then I said, Swami, Miru naku oka pani ichcharu, Swami, adi complete cheskoni vachanu. Swami, you gave me an errand and I completed it. I came back to tell you. Swami said, Santosham, very happy, very happy. And he looked at me, smiled, and he said, Chesko. I don't know, but how many of you know when Swami says Chesko, it means that Swami is giving you a Pada Namaskaram. It is not you taking a Pada Namaskaram, but he himself is giving a Pada Namaskaram. And I was so happy that Swami himself said, Chesko. So I bent down, I kissed his beautiful, divine, soft lotus feet, and I was getting up. Swami is 5 feet, 2 inches or something, Swami's height is 5 feet, 2 inches. And I was a little taller. And as I was getting up, my head was almost at Swami's head level. And I made a statement. You know what is the statement I said? I said, Swami, this is the fortune of my previous punya. I said, Swami, idi na purva janma sukrutam, Swami, in Telugu. This is the fortune of my previous birth, Swami, I said. Did I say it right? How many of you agree? This is the stand. This is something right. This is the fortune of my previous birth that I'm sitting in front of him. I could take his Pada Namaskaram, and this is what I told. And at that point of time, you know what happened? Swami was just at my height. Swami took his hand, he slapped me. He slapped me. And it is a solid slap, I'm telling you. Solid slap. And I do not know how many of you had the opportunity of feeling his hand power or his muscles or shoulder. I'm telling you, Swami is so strong. Physically, I'm not talking of divine strength. I'm talking of physical strength. He slapped me and he said, Pichivadivi, mad fellow. Idini konni vandaladi janmala sukrutam ra nu na mundu kuchununavu iroju. This is the fortune of your hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of birth that you are sitting in front of me today. Now imagine, my dear children, all of you are here today in the path of Sai. We have a population of more than 750 crores across the world. Only a few crores know Swami. A few crores could see Swami. Some of them could not even see Swami. A few of them could touch Swami. A few of them could not speak to Swami. But imagine these 250 plus or so who are actually in the National Leadership Program. Each of you have been chosen, picked, hand-picked by Bhagwan over hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of births. Swami has been tracking you all through your life. Don't think it is by chance that you came to the Sathya Sai organizations. Don't ever think that you're in the National Leadership Program only by chance. Don't ever think that you have been assigned a team member of the organizing team just by chance. It is picked, hand-picked by Swami to be there. So be very, very proud of this association with the Satsang mission. And don't forget, your connect with Swami is these three Sathya Sai Seva organizations. The grassroots with which you have to be you have to always be connected is the Sri Sathya Sai organizations. And with this thought that you're all blessed souls, I would like to take this forward with another story. Many of you have been asking me, how is it that we have come to the Sri Sathya Sai organizations, or how is it that we have been connected to Bhagwan? Yes, the story is that over hundreds of years, but physically also there should be something that should have happened. So as was introduced, this is something that actually declares who is Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. We all know that Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba is the Prema Swarup avatar, a Paripurna avatar. And it was also mentioned in the Vedic thing that after Lord Krishna, the next Paripurna avatar till date is Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. So you are connected to an avatar who is Paripurna. You have seen him. You have been contemporaries of Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. That's the proud thing. We have never seen Lord Rama. We have never seen Lord Krishna. We have not seen Allah. We have not seen Jesus. We have not seen anybody. But let me tell you, you have seen Swami. You have seen the avatar. So that means that blessing has already come. So my association with Swami goes back to the roots of our family. My father, I should tell you, this is a very great incident, and my father was the former chief secretary, and he was the chief public relations officer of the trust also. This happened way back in the 1960s. All of you know that there is a temple in Tirumala, which is called the Tirumala temple, Lord Sri Venkateshwara temple. I can already see a smile on Sai Guna's face there. He knows the story. So my father was a collector of Chittoor. Chittoor is a district in which the Sri Sathya Sai, the Tirumala temple is situated. And my father had the proud, blessings of the Lord that he was the first person to write a book on the Lord Tirumala temple, Lord Venkateshwara, the Lord of Seven Hills, published by the Bharatiya Vidyavan book. The first book actually written on the temple architecture, rituals, the history. My father was a great archaeologist also. And as he was the collector of Chittoor, this incident happened. Some disturbances happened in Chittoor, and at that point in time, as a collector and district magistrate of the district, he ordered firing. And during that firing, it so happened that about 5 people got killed in the firing. And there was a lot of tension in the district, headquarters, what is going to happen, because normally when there is a riot, there's something, the next day there's always a repulse, there is the reaction that comes from the people. So it happened, my father was very disturbed, not knowing what will happen. At that point of time, the Superintendent of Police, Mr. Roddam Prabhakar, was there, R. Prabhakar Rao, who was the DGP of Andhra Pradesh, a very ardent devotee of Bhagwan himself also. And my father was sleeping and in his bedroom, and suddenly it so happened that I'll go fast forward a little bit. I'll stop this story here and go fast forward a few years. It so happened that my father later, after a few months, he got transferred and he came to Anantapur as the deputy commissioner. My father was born in Anantapur. He studied in Anantapur. Before he became an IAS officer, he was in Anantapur, but he never knew Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. Look at it. You might be in Puttaparthi, but you may not be able to know Sathya Sai Baba. This is how it is. That's how the divine game plays. So what happened was, at that point of time, my father came to Anantapur as a deputy commissioner. So Chittoor, Kurnool and Anantapur collectors were to report to him, and was a senior IAS officer. And somebody in his office came and told him that, sir, you are a very spiritual person. You've been in Chittoor. There is a Sathya Sai Baba, young Sathya Sai Baba here. Why don't you go and see him? He'll be very interested. My father said, very nice. Well, let's plan it up. At those days, there was no bus route, nothing. So they had to go to Bukkapatnam. From Bukkapatnam, they had to go to Chitravati, the other side, and cross the river and come to Puttaparthi. So it was arranged. A trip was arranged, and all of them planned. And my father was traveled, got down, crossed Chitravati. And when he crossed Chitravati and arrived at Puttaparthi, young Swami was waiting there to receive him. I'm talking 1960s, imagine. So my father was very surprised. And then my Swami used to call my father as Sita Ram. Not Sitapati, his name was Sitapati, but he used to call him as Sita Ram. The moment he arrived there at the banks of Chitravati, my Swami said, సీతారాం నువ్వు అలసిపోయినావు, వెళ్ళి విశ్రాంతి తీసుకో, సాయంత్రం మాట్లాడతాను. సీతారాం, you are tired right now, you go and rest, I will speak to you in the evening. So this happened. In the evening there was a face to face with Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. My father didn't know who he was, a spiritual guru, small hamlet in Puttaparthi. This is how it is. And there was a discussion, and my father was addressing Swami as sir. And they were talking, and my father at that point of time asked 3 pertinent questions. The 3 pertinent questions, some of us also might be hitting us sometime. So these are beautiful answers that what Swami responded, I want to share with you. The first question that my father asked was, sir, you say that you are a sadhu or a sannyasi or a yogi. How is it that you wear silk clothes? In your previous avatar as Shirdi Sai Baba avatar, you wore tattered, torn cotton clothes of white, and you say that a reincarnate of Shirdi Sai avatar, how is it that you are wearing silk clothes? And my father was waiting for the answer, and Swami said, Sitaram, nee rendo prashna enti. Sitaram, what is your second question? Then he said, sir, okay, you are wearing silken clothes and everything, but sadhus and yogis, they should be detached from materialistic things. How is it that you are wearing gold buttons? You have 2 buttons on your robe. How is it that you are attached to gold? There is gold in you, materialism. And he expected an answer. And Swami said, Muda Prashneti, what is the third question? Swami asked. Sir, it's all okay, all this. I see that while you were in the Shirdi Sai avatar, you used to walk and you used to go in a tonga, you used to walk across in this thing. But now I see you flying across, I hear that you fly from one place to another place. You go in a Mercedes-Benz car and you go in different cars. What is this? It doesn't befit a yogi or a sadhu to travel like this, Then Swami said, do you have any more questions? He asked. My father said, sir, these are the only questions that I have, nothing more than that. Then immediately Swami responded in this way. He said, Sitaram, you were the collector of Chittur, were you not? He asked. My father said, yes, sir, I was the collector of Chittur. And you are the first person to write a book on Lord Tirumala, that's Venkateshwara Swami. You wrote a book on Lord Venkateshwara, is it not? My father thought some camp clerk would have told, already leaked information. They must have told this Baba that, I am this, I am that. So he said, yes, sir, I've done it. Then I'm going back now, backward integration I'm doing right now. Then he said, on this particular day, when you were the collector and district magistrate, what happened that day? Then my father was thinking, oh, ye bhi bol diye. Swami Baba ko ye bhi bol diye. Then he said, sir, it so happened that there were some riots, and as a district collector and magistrate, I had to order firing, and 5 people died in that. Then Swami said, what happened that night? And this was a part that baffled my father totally. He said, what happened that night? Except my father and mother, nobody knew what happened that night. Then my father was looking at Swami, I believe. Even tears rolled on my eyes right now when I talk over this. Swami said, at 1:30, what happened in your bedroom? Swami asked. And then my father said, my father was about to respond. Swami said, wait, I will tell you. In the night at 1:30 in your bedroom, did not Lord Venkateshwara appear in your bedroom in physical form? He asked. And my God, this was something zapped, this. And my father was looking at him, I believe. And he said, yes. And what did he tell you? He said, go take the superintendent of police and arrest 7 people in the night. And what did you do? You went, woke up Roddam Prabhakar Rao, the SP, and you went and arrested 7 people. So that next day there are no riots, everything is calm. 7 mischievous guys who were actually planning to do some mischief the next day, they were all arrested that day. And then Swami said, who do you think came that night? Who do you think came to protect you? Who do you think came to guide you? He said, I am the one who came and to protect you that day in the night. And he went on to say, listen, you said, why do I wear these clothes? And he asked, you are ardent devotee. Your Kuladaivam is Lord Venkateshwara, right? Now tell me, what kind of dress does Lord Venkateshwara wear? And then my father was starting to explain the Agama Shastra. Said there's a particular handloom silk clothes that is woven by individuals, and that is only the clothes that Lord Venkateshwara adorns in the Tirumala temple. First question, answer given. Silk clothes. Second, he said, what kind of jewels does Lord Venkateshwara adorn in Tirumala? Then my father said, Vajravaidura, there's a beautiful crown of emeralds and beauty, that adorns the Lord Venkateshwara. And Swami said, when Lord Venkateshwara is taken out, the Mula Virata Vigraham is there, and the Utsav Vigraham, when it is taken out, how is it taken out? Then my father explained, Swami, there's a huge chariot, Swami, which was given by the Krishna Devaraya, the great emperor, and thousands of people pull that chariot, only then it moves, and the Lord is taken out in that. Then Swami said, now you tell me, when an idol of Lord Venkateshwara is taken in such grandeur, is adorned with so many beautiful silken clothes and jewelry, when the Lord of Lords has descended on this Mother Earth, what kind of grandeur will he have? And that is what is this Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. Imagine, children, who are we associated with? The Lord of Lords. We can never think of being associated with any human being. And that is the reason I'm saying that, my best friend in life is the Lord of Lords. In fact, in one of the interviews, an youngster called Naveen, Swami asked him 5 times, who's your best friend, Ra? He said, Ramu Swami. Then Swami again, Swami, Hitesh Swami. Then Swami said, no, I am your best friend. God is only your best friend. And poor fellow, next day Swami called him for interview and again asked the same question. He told some other name. Then Swami said, hey, I am your best friend. We need to realize in our life that Swami is the best friend, and he is the one who's amidst us, who's always with us, talking to us, and it is our bounden duty as tomorrow's leaders of the society, as tomorrow's leaders of the Sathya Sai organization. It is you, it is we who have to take the legacy of Sathya Sai organization forward. Please bear this in mind. And why do you think, we have a role to play in this? And I would like to mention here another great incident that happened in our lives. As to why is it that Swami has chosen you? Why me is the question. Why can't it be somebody else? Why is it Swami has chosen you, X, Y, Z? So this was about the late 2005 or 2006. Once, it so happened that we were in Prashant Nilayam and we were working there, and Swami had given us a great opportunity of handling the kitchen. The Hyderabad boys were known for their kitchen work and food distribution. In fact, we were also called many on occasions to, on festival times, to cook during the celebrations. So it so happened that in one of such occasions, we were there for 45 days and we didn't go for darshan at all. We were so engrossed in our work, in cooking and doing this, that we hardly went for darshan, and Swami was very annoyed, I believe, that we didn't go for darshan. So now, one point that you also have to carry is that darshan is as important as seva. If you think Swami is within me and I don't need to go to Puttaparthi, there's a big mistake. Swami is physically present in Puttaparthi, and it is our bounden duty, all of us, it is our bounden duty to go and offer our obeisances to Swami. He is living there, much more powerful. I can talk to you in a different count. I've heard so many yogis talk to me about his physical presence now in a much more powerful way in Prashant Nilayam. That is a separate episode, we can talk about it. So Swami was very, very upset with us. And Raman Rao uncle came and said, you boys have put Swami into such a position that he's annoyed with you. You didn't go for darshan. Then we all sat down, we took a decision, and all 40 of us made a decision that this time we go to Puttaparthi, and this will be only for darshan, nothing else, no seva, nothing. So 40 of us, the main team members, went to Puttaparthi. We were given accommodation, and every day in the morning we used to get up, go eat, have darshan, come back, eat, sleep, again dole, which was very, very, a different kind of way of life for us in Prashant Nilayam. We've never done it. Well, 25 years association, the Hyderabad Youth Group in Prashant Nilayam, never did that. And all our team members were very annoyed. Anna, kya hai Anna, ye kha rahe, pee rahe, so rahe, kuch karo Anna, kuch seva karte hain, ye karte hain. Hum bole, chup, only seva. No, only darshan, no seva, nothing. Just eat, go for darshan, come back. And this happened for 2 days. Imagine 2 days we are, and our boys were getting very agitated and very fidgety also. Ye kya ho raha hai? At this point of time, it so happened that, we were walking down from the shed number 1 day, the third day, and we were supposed to be there for 4 days. And we were walking down, and suddenly, me, Vice Srinivas, Uday, and we were all a team, youngsters there leading the group. Suddenly we felt some foul smell, and we just went and saw that the bathrooms at the N7 block, behind the N7 block, needed cleaning, and there was some kind of a stench. So we thought, yaar, ye kya hai, hum karna hai. So immediately we went outside, we bought brushes, we brought brooms, we bought acid, we brought phenyl immediately. The boys were sleeping, we woke them up. Ho gaya yaar, party time is over, get to work. And 8 o'clock, we started cleaning all the public toilets in Prashant Nilayam. We started. Imagine, all these boys were very accomplished engineers, doctors, very, very educated persons, but they had the dignity of work. They said, yes, we will work. And all of us, 40 of us, we started cleaning bathrooms, and there was a competition. Which bathroom shines better? My bathroom or your bathroom? So all the boys were getting into action. We were doing the last bathroom, cleaning at shed number 1. And at that point of time, a red Maruti car appears, ADA 900. Chakravarti uncle and Chiranjeev uncle drive up to that place in the car. And that is the first Maruti car produced in India. You should also know the first Maruti car produced in India was gifted to Bhagwan. Mr. Bhargava, who is the chairman of Maruti Udyog, is a very ardent devotee of Swami, and Swami had cured him of cancer. He's still the chairman. So that's a different story. We'll talk about it later. So the car arrives at that place, and Chiranjeev comes down, and from a distance, he calls, hey, Junior Sitapati, come here. I go running to him, and he tells me, what are you guys doing? I said, no, uncle, we are cleaning bathrooms. Then he said, are you the leader of this group? Then, this was a very tricky question. Are you the leader of this group? And I knew uncle very, very well, a shotgun. And immediately I took this opportunity. There was Uday Bhaskar Reddy, who was 20 days elder to me. And I said, uncle, I am not the leader. Uday Bhaskar Reddy is the leader. Then he said, hey, you called him. And Uday came and said, Swami asked him, this Chiranjeev uncle asked him, hey, what are you doing here? He said, uncle, we are clearing bathrooms. And immediately Chiranjeev uncle's question was, who gave you the permission to clean this? Who gave you the permission to clean this? My God. And, I was looking at Uday, and Uday suddenly, you know what he did? He laughed. He said, uncle, what? He laughed. Imagine laughing in front of Chiranjeev uncle is like laughing before a tiger. And the moment he did that, Chiranjeev uncle got very good. Hey, why are you laughing? He said, uncle, you are asking me who gave you the permission to clean the bathrooms? Uncle, this is my home, uncle. Prashant Nilayam is my home. Do I need to take permission to clean my own bathrooms? What are you telling, uncle? And this was it. And immediately, I thought, gay comes it. And I knew Chiranjeev uncle left in a huff. We gathered and said, Are tu kya bol diya Uday tu? Abhi ye jaake Baba ko bolenge. Swami is Rama avatar, Krishna avatar, all avatars we can put together in Swami. Swami will listen to him like a Rama avatar. And now tomorrow morning or evening, hamara Kalyan Sundaram ho jayega. So we went there. We were expecting something to happen. Next day morning, we were sitting for darshan. Swami walks up to us saying, rowdy gang, rowdy gang, rowdy gang. He comes walking to us. And we knew, boss, there's something now. Swami comes, hey, Aim Chestiri, hey, what did you do? We were just holding hands like this. And Swami said, go. And all of us were ushered into the interview room. And Swami started talking, everything. Nothing on what happened the previous. Just suddenly he turns and he says, hey, aim chestiri miru. Swami said, what did you do yesterday? And we all knew that now the band baja Bharat hai. Then Swami, we cleaned bathrooms too much yesterday, Swami. And it says, Swami said, who gave you the permission? Exactly the same question. Chiranjira uncle, repeat. So Chiranjira uncle has told Swami, and here is the question that is coming. And we all in the group there in the interview room looked at Uday Bhaskar Reddy. Ab bol beta bhi, Swami pooch rahe hain, bol. He said, he laughed. He laughed. And he said, Swami, permission, nahi Swami. Swami, permission ga Swami. Meero ko opportunity ichnar Swami. Swami, he said, Swami, it is not the question of permission, Swami. You gave us an opportunity, Swami. Swami was so happy with that response. He's so happy with that response. He said, opportunity. And after some time, what happened was, Swami showed himself. He said, he showed himself and he said, what is the best reward that God, he showed himself like this, bestows on a good seva worker? What is the best reward God bestows on a good seva worker? And we came up with so many answers to him, and Swami said, no. Then he said, no, I will tell you. And he said, the best reward that God, he showed himself, and he said, the best reward that God bestows on a good worker is yet another opportunity to render seva. He gives you another opportunity to render seva. And my dear children, we are all in this leadership program. In our path forward in life, there'll be so many opportunities knocking at your door. Don't ever miss an opportunity to serve. Every opportunity is towards your salvation. The purpose of your life is to reach that divine Lord. And these opportunities come by your way. Don't ever try to miss that opportunity. In fact, my father once asked Swami, he said, Swami, what is the best way to reach you? Swami said, very smilingly, he said, love all, serve all. Love all, serve all. Serving all is very easy. Serving all is very easy. But loving all is very difficult. And especially this group, this age group I'm talking about, not this group, NLP group. I'm talking about this age group. Loving all is very difficult. You have animosities, you have difference of opinions. Remember, all these things that happen in your life are based only on issues, and it is not personal. If somebody doesn't agree with you in your life, it is based only on an issue. And the issue could be solved sitting it. That is what conflict resolution that we've spoken about is totally about it. So remember that this Lord has come to give us opportunities to redeem our life. In the same interview, Swami was actually, I was sitting right in front of Swami, and his legs were on my thighs actually. And I was doing path. Suddenly Swami was playing with his fingers. And I knew suddenly when he was playing in his fingers, suddenly something came up in his hand. And Swami actually twisted his hand and then put up his hand like this. And this beautiful hand, there was a large diamond. Large diamond. And I do not know how many of you have seen such large diamonds. Well, that was the first time and the last time I saw such a diamond in my life. And Swami asked us, what is this to all the group? Everybody said, Swami, this is a diamond, Swami, diamond. Swami said, yes, diamond. Which diamond is it? Somebody said, Kohinoor diamond, Swami. Somebody said, some diamond, Swami. Some. No. Then Swami said, no. This is the original Kanyaka Parmeshwari no-stud diamond. Those of you who are down south, there's a Kanyakumari. The mother is there, the Kanyaka Parmeshwari. She used to have a no-stud. And the no-stud used to dazzle the diamond. It used to warn ships like a lighthouse. Swami started explaining to us all this concept. And he said, this is the original Kanyaka Parmeshwari diamond. And that day he said, the value of this diamond in the market is about 30 crores today. He was telling us. And then he said, you know what? I wanted to show you this diamond. So I put the guard to sleep. This is in a museum in UK. I put him to sleep from there and I brought this to show it to you. This divine drama of the Rama is so beautiful, And then Swami then said, he looked at me and said, Chustavara? And I said, why not? When Swami asked me, do you want to see it? Then he gave it to me. I held it in my hand. First time, one, blessed to hold the nose stud of the mother itself. And second thing, holding a diamond. And I gave it, and Swami said, show it to Vice Srinivas and Uday. We best part it. Then Swami said, hey, give it back. Otherwise, you guys will pocket it off and take it home. Then Swami took it back. And then he was holding it. And the Lord was so beautiful, so divine, with the diamond in his hand. And suddenly he says, hey, I want to give this diamond to somebody today. And imagine the Lord wants to gift a 30 crore diamond. And he said, who wants it? And we were a little smart. We know Swami is playing a big game there. We were just keeping quiet. Then suddenly he looked at one boy who was sitting in the last corner. He looked at him. Hey, boy, what is your name? The boy said something. Hey, you are a very disciplined boy. I saw you. You are very quiet. Swami said, I'll give this to you as a gift. And Swami said, he was very happy, 30 crore diamond aa raha hai. Then he was very happy. Then Swami said, can you catch? Then the boy said, yes, Swami. Then Swami threw the diamond like this. It went into the air. Poof. Suddenly a sound comes and it vanishes off. Right in front of our eyes. Now, what is it that we are trying to tell here? Swami is a creator. Swami is everything. He can make the sky into earth, earth into sky. Swami says, so many times he had said, I have not even shown 10% of my power. This hand can turn the topsy-turvy. And this is the hand that is blessing all of us today. Imagine how blessed we are. And after that incident, what happened is that Swami went on to his Simhasan. I've never seen Swami in my life like that. Swami went on to his Simhasan. He put his hand like this, like a Raraju, like an emperor. When he puts his hand, okay. So I've already got a reminder. So he put his hand like this. And then he said, Mir namute namandira, nammakapote mi karma. These are the exact words of Swami. I don't know how many of you understand Tali, but I'm sure that South Indians will definitely understand. Namute namandira, lekpote nammakapote mi karma. If you want to believe, believe. If you don't believe, it's your misfortune. But you are sitting in front of this Sakshat Parabrahma Swarupa. He said, you're all sitting in front of this Sakshat Parabrahma Swarupa. The eternal Brahman that we talk about, the Vedic literature that talks about the eternal Brahma and everything. And Swami is declaring himself that I am that eternal Brahma and you're so blessed. And he told us, whenever you are in a problem, whenever you are in an issue in your life, just recollect this scenario today, this scene. And I'm telling you, I will not come by flight. I will not come by plane. I will not come by car. I will come in a flash. I'm there beside you. Who else can give that confirmation to you that he'll come within a flash and be beside you? The eternal friend, Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. We are so blessed in that way. It is such a huge blessing that, in fact, we asked Swami, Swami, will you really come when we need you? Swami says, yes, I have come so many times, Ra, you don't know. In the hundreds of Gram Sevas that we did, there were fights happening in villages, legs were being chopped, and everything. We've seen it in our own eyes, but Swami was always there before us. And Swami used to take care of everything, everything, every aspect. When you have such a beautiful friend in your life, what more do you need? And Swami also said, it's just as simple as this. He told us one day that, earlier days, I don't know if your generation might not know, but there was a Ceylon Broadcasting System, Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation, which you call it Ceylon. And there was a program used to come, Binaka Geet Mala. Amin Sayani used to be the compere there. And Swami was telling us in the interview room, see, Ceylon radio used to come, and the waves are all pervading, but there was always that waves, the transistor used to come in waves. And what were you guys doing? You used to tune. There was a tuner in the radio, the transistor, and you used to tune it. And then the waves were very clear. Swami said, I am also like this. I'm all pervading. I'm everywhere. All that you need is to Tune yourself to me. The moment you tune yourself to me, I am heard, I am seen very clearly in your life. And this is the greatest message that you all have to take. And since I have 15 minutes, I would like to just narrate one more incident. I think, I don't know how many of you would like me to still continue. I can continue like this for another 1 hour also. But I would relate one incident which is very, very, heart-rendering, and this is something that is very close to me. Most of us have this thought process that Swami has left his physical body. Most of us feel that Swami's Samadhi is there. It's not Swami's Samadhi. It is Mahasannidhi. Swami's Mahasannidhi. You are closer there. The Lord is there, all pervading there. This happened in 2014. I was going on an official trip to the United States along with another doctor with a plastic surgeon. Even when I think about this incident in my life, there are shudders, there is shivers, there are tears in my eyes, and sometimes I even cry when I relate this incident, but I would like to narrate this to all of you. And I was supposed to fly to Chicago, and there was a doctor, Dr. Subramaniam with me, who was flying with me. And I was to fly by BA 277 from Hyderabad to London to Chicago. In the night, I got a very close friend, my own Hyderabad youth team member, who called me and said, Gopi bhai, I heard that you're going to US. Can you do me a small favor? I said, yes, what is it about? He said, I have some medicine samples that has to go to New York. If you don't mind, it's a small cover. And I would like to... Right. There are a lot of messages that are coming to me that please don't restrict yourself time. You can extend your time. I am bound by NLP Sattvam team. I go as they order, and that is how it happens. So this young brother who's like a younger brother to me, in spirit and in totality, he calls me and says, Gopi bhai, I have the samples. I said, yeah, tu leke aaja. You bring it over and you give it to me. And he says, I'm far away right now. Tomorrow morning at 5:30, when you reach the airport, I'll bring it. So he arrived at the airport in Hyderabad. He gave me 3 different covers, and he said there are samples. These 3 packets have to go. And I was carrying 3 bags. I pushed all this medicine to 3 bags. I asked for him documentation. He said the documents are available. Here's the documents. I saw the documents, put it in my bag. That's it. I boarded the flight, and from London to Chicago, I was leaving. And when we landed in Chicago, I told my colleague, Dr. Subramanian, that, Doctor, I will have to just declare this because, I'm carrying medicines. I'll just go to the customs. You walk down through the green channel. I'll wait for you outside. Typical, I go to the customs there and I tell them that I have the samples in my bag and this is my documents. So there was an officer there. The lady officer actually was there, and she took my papers. She looked at it and she looked at the things and she said, 1 minute, sir. And she went inside and she had a discussion and she said, can we see the samples? So I pulled it out from one of the bags. 3 bags I have, and 1 bag I pulled it out and I gave it to her. She looked at it. There were some discussions and she said, I'm sorry, sir, these samples, medicines are not allowed into the United States of America. These drugs are banned and this is what it is. And I said, no, I have got this documentation and this is what it is. My friend is sending these samples to a client of his in New York, and he's given me the documentations. She said, sir, these documents don't belong to the FDA norms and we don't accept this. This is tantamounting to drug trafficking. And I said, how come, I don't know about this? And then she asked me a lot of pertinent questions. She said, whom are you sending it to in US? I knew only one gentleman's name and his phone number. I didn't know any address. And I was carrying this. And I said, this is the person. I said, no, sir, but there should be some company from where it is being sent. I said, this is a friend of mine who's sending. She asked me, who is that? What is the company? I didn't know the company's name. And the documents, I didn't read through that. So she said, sir, you don't know the company from where it is coming. You don't know to whom it is being sent to which company. And you say these FDA documents are there and these are not right. This is drug trafficking, sir. You're arrested right now. You'll have to get into an interrogation. Imagine I wanted to help this younger brother and I'm here in a suit. I've never even been to a police station. If at all police people had to come to my house, they used to come and stand outside my house because of my father's position. I have not even seen any police station in my life. And here I am. They said there are about 8 people around me and say, sir, we'll have to interrogate you. And they take me to an interrogation room. Imagine the interrogation room was a huge room, about 14 feet by 14 feet, a steel room. A table was there. I was sitting all alone. There were about 7 or 8 officers and they were interrogating me. I asked for water. They said they will not give water. I told them I need a phone. I wanted to talk to my brother. I told them my brother is the head of the World Bank for Africa region. He lives in Washington. I would like to talk to him. I said, I want to talk to this friend of mine who is actually there in Hyderabad. They said, nothing can be done, sir. You please answer our questions. And the final decision will be taken when a captain comes back. And, they started, I was thinking, trying to explain everything to them. They were not ready to listen to me at all in any perspective. I was using the best of my educational skills, a band of degrees that I had. I used everything, negotiation skills, all skills. Nothing worked. And they were so rude with me. I'm telling you, never in my life would I have heard such people talk so rudely. And I was in tears. I didn't know. They were blasting me left and right. And I was wondering, what is happening? I don't know. I said, then at that point of time, I said, I gave up. I gave up. And that moment, I said, Swami, where have you put me? What is this position, Swami? And then suddenly I realized all manava prayatnas, we do sometimes. We do all the manava prayatnas. And I said, Swami, where did you put me? What is the situation? I am here to help somebody and I'm in this position. I am not understanding. What do I do right now? And I tell them, sir, I am speaking the truth. I belong to the Sri Sathya Sai Seva organizations. Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba, I belong to his organization. I speak only the truth. I'm here. I'm talking only about the truth. I said, we don't know anything. We don't know any organization, nothing. Just wait. The captain will come. The captain will take a decision. And I was made to sit there 2.5 hours. At this point of time, I didn't even know whether I would be going back home or be languishing in a jail in the United States. I did not know what was going to happen to my children. Sai Ram was 4 years old. My elder son was about 8 years old. My wife was there in Hyderabad. I don't know. No contact. Nothing. And I was waiting. And then after some time, one lady officer came and she said, your chances of getting out from here is very difficult. The captain is a Muslim and his roots are from Pakistan. He will not help you. This is the scenario. Imagine my plight. I was crying. I was crying loudly, sobbing. I didn't know what to do. I said, Swami, what is this? And after some time, 2.5 hours later, this group of officers, about 10 of them, with a short, stocky guy comes. His name is there, Captain Mustafa. He comes. He said, oh, so you're the guy who's trafficking drugs into US? I said, no, officer, my name is Gopi. I belong to Sathya Sai organizations. This is what this document. I was trying to explain to him. He said, no. No, officer, I'm telling you, I have this packet here. I have 2 more bags. I have 2 more bags of packets and I can show you that. He said, you're trafficking more than that. You've only declared this. The rest of the stuff is there in that. And he was blasting me. And I gave up. I said, Swami, I surrender now. I don't know what to do, Swami. Do whatever you want. Please take care of my children. Please take care of my wife. Everybody, I don't know what is going to happen. This is my situation. This is post Mahasamadhi. And the officer said, he asked me to remove 1 suitcase. I removed 1 suitcase and gave it to the 3rd suitcase also. It was there. 3rd suitcase, it so happened that every 5 years we bring out a book from Hyderabad, the experiences of Swami's devotees. Then, that year we brought out a book, Sathya Sai, the Avatar of Love. And I had about 5 books neatly packed in a cover, brown wrapper. It was the bottom of the suitcase. And I was taking that to be given to the authors who had written the articles from US. And I opened the suitcase. Bang, I open it. To my utter surprise, on top of my clothes is the stack of books that I had kept. It is open. As I open, the book comes up like this, and Swami's photograph is there, and the title is The Avatar of Law. Then immediately my reaction is not that where is the packet, the third packet. I didn't even know how this book has come up. I don't even know which is wrapped. How is it opened and how is it that it has come up? I don't even know. I'm in such ecstasy. I'm saying, officer, look, this is the avatar that I'm talking about. This is Sathya Sai Baba. This is Bhagavan Sri Satsang. I belong to his organization. I'm trying to actually tell him all these things. He is looking at me. He is looking at the book. He is looking at me. He's looking at the book. And then he says, hey, did this person at any time go to Pakistan? He asked me. And imagine in a strong room in the US Customs Chicago office, somebody is asking me, looking at Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba's photograph, did this person anytime go to Pakistan? I said, I was wondering, Are Pakistan gaye, kahan gaye, Swami, kahan jaate, mujhe kya pata hai? I have no idea. Swami might go in his, divine plane everywhere. I know there are so many things, Swami has, I've heard yogis telling him that Swami appears physically even today, giving satsangs to them on Thursdays. So many yogis have told me. So I was wondering, kya hai? I said, I don't know. And he immediately said, yeah, I heard about him. I know he actually conducted a eye camp in Pakistan. And one of my friends' mother got operated there. And he says, I said, yeah, he is giving me information. Ulta de raha hai. And I was looking at him with tears in my eyes, happiness that somebody at least knows Sathya Sai Baba here, across this ocean, sitting there in the customs office. And he looks at me, he looks at the photograph, he looks at me. Then suddenly he says, hey, he calls an officer and says, this guy is speaking the truth, release him. One word, this guy is speaking the truth, release him. And I did not realize that the Divine Master game plan had started. Swami had come. Swami had always told us, you pray to me. I will not come by flight. I will not come by plane. I will not come by car. I will not come by this thing. I will come to you in a flash and take care of you. And here was a situation. I was deep down into trouble. And what was I doing? I was trying to help somebody without discrimination. I did not discriminate when I took that medicines. I did not ask the right questions in my life. And at this point of time, Swami appears there. The book comes on its own, stands up. There's a Pakistan guy who's talking about Pakistan medical camp and he says, release this guy. You will not believe this Captain Mustafa, who I heard from his own officer that he doesn't like Indians, sent 2 officers to me. All the samples that I had brought were taken to the customs incinerator. They made me put it in the incinerator. We burnt it. They took me to the counter of the airlines where I missed my flight. They spoke to the people. They gave me a next morning flight to Denver. They booked my flight. They took me in their own car to the hotel, told the hotel guy that I'll be staying that night there, and ensured that I'm picked up in the morning to go back to Denver. इससे ज्यादा सबूत क्या चाहिए अपने? भगवान है, भगवान अपने संगत ही है. And we need to realize this. Lot of times, we tend to forget that Swami is not there. There are incidences in my family, in fact, I can take another 10 minutes, Subhada.
Yes, uncle, please.
Yeah, there are so many instances in my life. I'll tell you, there's a family, I would like to mention this, when I say, Apad Bhandavaya Namaha. We talk of Sri Sathya Sai, Apad Bhandavaya Namaha. Sri Sai Asahaya Sahaya Namaha. Sri Sai Apurupa Shaktiye Namaha. There are so many things that Swami has done to us. And the most important thing when we talk about him is Om Sri Sai, Bhagavan Sri Sai, Abhaya Pradayana. His blessings are the most important thing. I will end this satsang with the story. This happened to a family, a very, very ardent devotee family, who were in and out, breathing, living Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. It so happened that the family members, as they were cooking for Narayan Seva one day, the cylinder blasted, and both the mother and father of this family died on 2 consecutive days, November 13th and November 14th, with 90% burns. And there were 3 children, not knowing what is the future. And a message was sent to Bhagwan. And Bhagwan, in all his infinite love, asked them to come after the 12th day, the ceremonial rituals are completed. Swami asked them to come. And Swami waited for them. Swami called them into the interview room and made them sit right in front of them. And Swami said, "From today, I am your mother, I am your father." He guided them every moment of their life. He promised the girl that you're my child now. Swami took the girl's child, put his hand in the girl's hand. He said, "You're my daughter and I'll perform your marriage. It is my responsibility." To the boy, he said, "I will take care of your studies. It is my responsibility." They wanted to vacate that house, which actually where the fire accident happened. Swami said, "Why do you want to vacate that house? Who is there with you?" Swami said, "Nobody is there, Swami. We are only the 3 kids." Swami said, "Why are you saying you're the only 3 kids? I am living with you there from today. I will take care of you. I'm your family member." Imagine, Abhayam means that is what Abhayam is. And never did I know that that girl whom Swami promised that he will get married will be married to me by Swami himself. That's Ganga, whom you all know. And that's a long story. Every moment of her life, Swami has taken care of. Every moment of my life, Swami has taken care. If at all we need to have a best friend in life, just imagine what kind of friend should you have? A friend who is always there to support you in terms of need, who will advise you the right way, who will admonish you at the wrong time. I have received, beatings from Swami for doing the wrong things. Like a guide, like a mentor, he told me what is the correct path. Every decision in my life, Swami has taken. Every decision in my family's life, be it Santosha, his name, his Namakarana, Sai Hriday's future, everything has been taken care. The only thing that you need to do is surrender to him. If you tell him, we always live in an aspect of faith. Faith is experiential, very experiential. But let me tell you, go one step forward. Enough of experiential learning has been done. Enough of tests have been done on Bhagwan. Super scientists have seen Swami. I've heard Abdul Kalam talking right in front of me when he was talking to my father just before he flew from Puttaparthi to take over as the president. I was there in the interview along with him. He said, Swami is beyond science, everything. Don't try to gauge him at all. He said, if at all I want to do something in my life after becoming the president of India, I want to come back to Puttaparthi and become a teacher in Sai school. Imagine the president of India. And I am a standing testimony to that. I heard him right in front of me. So, having said this, surrender and get to the next step in life. Don't get stuck in faith. मुझे एक्सपीरियंस हुआ, मैं बिलीव करूंगा. अरे अपना एक्सपीरियंस छोड़ो, दुनिया का एक्सपीरियंस हो गया. Sitting in Prashantanilayam, Swami has made Prashantanilayam a global center. He has not traveled 175 countries anywhere except that Kenyan. Imagine, presidents. I have seen a letter that was written by Bill Clinton. Swami showed it to us in the interview. He wants to come. Swami said, I didn't allow him. Swami gave importance to our group Keeping aside the Prime Minister P.V. Narasimha Rao, Swami said, Prime Minister will wait. My boys are here. They are important. They're doing seva. So imagine you have an opportunity in your life right now. You are going to be future leaders, not only of the society, but also of the organization. Don't miss that opportunity in your life. And don't ever forget from this moment, if at all you have a friend in your life, there's only one friend, Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai. Forget about faith, forget about anything. Trust in God is what it should be. जो भी होता है मेरा भला के लिए होता है and भगवान ही कर रहे हैं. I would like to end with this thought. As I started, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years you are here with Swami. It is not by special chance that you are not here. It is predestined. It is predetermined that you have to be with Swami. And don't run. You're already at the lotus feet of Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. The only thing is that you don't know about it. Now you are aware of it. You are here because of him at his lotus feet. Now the time has come. The song that was played, Hridaya Nivasa Sai. What a beautiful song it was. I think it was Prabhakar's voice. Swami is 5 feet 2 inches or 5 feet 1 inches. The travel from his divine lotus feet to his heart is about 4 feet. Your travel in life should be that 4 feet now. You're not asking a few hundreds of kilometers. Travel from that divine lotus feet and get a place in his heart. Make Swami and get to that heart of Swami. And let me tell you, we always want to make Swami a part of our life. I'm sorry if I'm saying this. Cut that from today, this second. Don't make Swami a part of your life. You make Swami a part of your life, Swami will only do part-time work with you. He will only do part-time work. Make Swami your life and see what happens. Every decision that you take in your life, everything that you do forward in your life has been predetermined. Likh diye Swami pura. Swami told Nimish Pandya uncle once that mera jo my script lega usko kachra mat karo. I have already decided what I need to make you. Don't use your bloody brain and try to divert it. It will only delay. Swami has written the future of each one of us. And what more great opportunity do we have? Work. Remember, go to your Samiti. It's not important whether you're working at the state level, national level, everything. Your Samiti is important. The grassroots level is very important. Be active in your Samiti. For you are now going to be trained now. You've been trained for nine long months now. And the kind of training that you're getting is phenomenal. And it is a divine blessing to all of you. Go back to the Samiti and start working in that Samiti. And see the happiness that you get when you work at the Samiti level. It is phenomenal. And with this thought, I would like to leave this discussion. I could go on for another 2-3 hours like this. A lot of things. I have not come prepared for this satsang. It's just Swami's, whatever Swami wanted me to speak to you. And I just spoke to you. We will talk in groups also when we meet in Prashant Nilayam when we have more time. I would like to end with a beautiful poem that again Prabhakar sang, but it's a beautiful poem. I don't know. I'll try to explain it to you also. This describes Swami. Pala bugalavadu, chekkili machagalavadu. Pala bugala, milky cheeks, one who has milky cheeks. Chekkili machagalavadu, a person who has got that scar, that birthmark on his cheek. Pala bugalavadu, chekkili machagalavadu. Pala kadalanta nudurugalavadu, pannaga sayanudu. The one who has a beautiful forehead, who is all ever present everywhere. Pala Bugalavadu, Chekili Machagala, Pala Kadalanta Nudurugalavadu, Pannaga Sayanudu, Ungarala Juttugalavadu, Chekli Ungarala Juttugalavadu. I'm touched. I'll start again. Who's that? Pragnan is there. Oh my God. Pragnan, let's go with that song here. Pala Bugalavadu, Chekili Machagalavadu, Pala Kadalanta Nudurugalavadu, Pannaga Sayanudu, Ungarala Juttugalavadu, Longadiyagara Vadu, Koteru Mukugalavadu, Korikalanu Jayinchuvadu, Pagadala Pedavula Kalavadu, Panchama Sruti Kalavadu, Dharani Talli Vinnapamuvida, Buvi Divinunchi Buvike Tinchina, Purushothamudu, Dina Janardhudu, Prashanti Nilayavasudu, Atade Mana Pranamitrudu, Atade Pranamitrudu Sanatana Sarudu, Sathya Sai Sudu, Mana Pranamitrudu. Jai Sai Ram, and thank you so much for being a very patient listener. Thank you so much.
Sai Ram, everyone. I know you don't want to listen to me after such a beautiful satsang, but protocol is protocol. You'll have to listen to me now. If it was predestined and predetermined for our convener to see the diamond in the interview room, I think it is predetermined and predestined for us today to hear to this diamond of Sai. You know the rules now. It's time for Q&A session. So if anybody wants to speak to our convener or ask him some questions, you can either put it down in the chat box where I'll read it out to him, or you could raise your hand. Oh, people are already raising their hands. You can raise your hand and unmute yourself and ask your questions. Yes, SSSNLP 22M06.
Sai Ram sir. Sai Ram sir, my question is that you lastly were saying that, right, you have to work with your Samiti level, okay, but sometimes the idea what we are the youth, some of ideas are giving some of the structure and work policies there, but they're not agreeing those ideas. They want to go with old level. I know last 15 years what they're doing, they want to go those ideas, but how can we bridge this thing with Samiti level and for us?
Right, very, very good question. I think very good question. We too face the same problem when I was your age. We all face these problems. We think we are a little different. We are innovative. We are faster than the older generation. Yes, we are also. That's a different story. See, we raised this question directly with Swami. We asked Swami this question. Swami, things don't work. Swami, our elders in the organizations are not in tune with their ideas. Swami said, yes, first time they will not listen to you. Second time they will not listen to you. Third time when you sit with them and talk to them, they will listen to you. And I will work with them. Don't worry. You have to be patient. The problem is that youngsters are not patient. They're very impatient. They think of something and they want to do it immediately. That does not happen because there is a regulation, rules of the organization, and all elders adhere to that rules and regulations. And they don't want to deviate because they are answerable to somebody on the top. And the top person is answerable to somebody else in the top. So it takes time. And Swami said, చేయాల్సింది ఏంటంటే తెలుగు వచ్చా?
వచ్చు సార్.
చేయాల్సింది ఏంటంటే పెద్దవాళ్లతో కూర్చుని మాట్లాడు. నువ్వు కూర్చుని మాట్లాడు. Uncle, this is what we want to do, uncle. Please permit it. Give us one chance. And you prove yourself, then things will change. And that is how things change for us. And the entire organization, we were able to touch base with thousands of youth in Andhra Pradesh, earlier state. And now Andhra and Telangana, thousands of youth got into the organization. It takes time, but be patient. Keep talking to elders. They need to believe in you. They should get the confidence in you. They will never take a decision so fast. This is Satsai organization.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, brother. We have a question here from Jeevan Kumar from Karnataka. He says, Sai Ram sir, thank you for a great session. I have a question and request you to answer. I saw your professional profile and found that you're playing critical and top roles at multiple firms. How do you manage time and energy among professional work and seva work? How do you manage time with your family?
How do I manage time with my family is something that Sai Ram and my wife Ganga should answer. I make it a policy that when I'm not able to give time to my family, I take time off from my busy schedule and ensure that I spend at least a few hours in a week totally dedicated to them. For 22 years, I did not see Sai Ram and Santosha grow up. Every Saturday and Sunday, I was in a village. And I think today, if I'm able to talk to you, 75% of the credit goes to my wife, Ganga, because she's been the backbone of my family. And she's the one who's taken care of the kids. And she's the one who actually, it is through her father only that I got into the Seva organization and Seva spirit. So my gratitude to them. How do I balance, see, we have 24 hours in a day. And it is not very difficult to balance life and work. But for Sai, organization members, what happens is normally other individuals have only work and home, family. But for us, sometimes Sai comes. Like for instance, let's say I suddenly ask Geetanjali or Sai Gundaranjan or anybody in this group, suddenly I want this by tomorrow. And I also know that, they are involved in their professional work. They're also involved in their family work. But sometimes Sai comes. And these youngsters, give that priority to Swami, because it is all work is Sai's work. Swami has many times told me that good work is God's work. Whatever you're doing in office is also Swami's work only. We have to realize that. Balancing time is that we have time for other things in life. But when it comes to doing certain things in the Sai organization work, we come up with excuses. We say we have that work, we have this work, it's so difficult. जब याद आता मेरे को प्रोजेक्ट करना है, ये करना है, मूवी जाना है तो प्रोजेक्ट याद नहीं आता, वो नहीं आता है. बट कभी काम करने के लिए यार ये कर दो, बोलता मुझे वो करना है, वो खत्म करके करूंगा. So how do you channelize your energy is something very important. And let me tell you, when you're doing Sai work is, it's not Swami's work. Swami can get this work done through anybody. If it's not you, somebody else will do it. Never feel that, you're indispensable. Swami can gada se bhi kam kara sakte hain. Swami ka power utna hai. So Swami has given you an opportunity. Don't lose that opportunity and channelize your work. When you are down doing Swami's work, the energy comes from divinity. Sai energy flows into you. If I'm able to work on this multiple hats or something, there's some time of work that I dedicate myself to Swami's work. And Swami is the work. And I have classic examples. In Prashant Nilayam, we worked 18 hours a day for about 20-30 days, cooking hardcore work. Next day morning, we are back again with the same spirit. And Swami, what he said one day in an interview? He said, you guys are thinking that you are doing the work? No. Swami said, I am doing the work. Your work I am doing. And Swami said, my hands are paining. You don't know. My hands are paining. So remember, when you are not the doer, but Bhagwan is the doer, dedicate everything to him. Energy comes, time comes, work-life balance comes, everything comes.
Thank you, sir. We'll take two more questions for today. Brother Satish Kumar asks, Sai Ram sir, sometimes, especially at corporate workplaces, the lifestyle demands are often in complete contrast with what Bhagwan expects from us. In such a scenario, how do we develop that steadfastness to stick to Swami's ideals when we are in such a conflicting surrounding most of the time?
I'm a classic example here in this group right now. I wear multiple hats. I deal with top corporate giants, corporate leaders, and overboard, different kinds of personalities. And I agree to that, the corporate lifestyle is different. But let me tell you, you be what you are. When you be what you are, when you are being what you are, people around you will start respecting you. And whatever your ideals and values are there in your life, if you are steadfast with them and you don't budge, people will realize this guy here will not budge from his value system. They will not even dare to actually meddle with you. In turn, they will get inspiration from you at later stages. There are classic examples in my life also. And to be steadfast, you need to do sadhana. When you do sadhana, automatically, you get that firm nature within your own self, and you consolidate your lifestyle and your thought process, and there is Trikarana Suddhi in your life. And this is very important. And don't worry, hundreds of people may talk different things. This Sai guy doesn't come for parties, he doesn't come for dinners, he doesn't drink, all these things will come. I Sai hi hu. Let people realize that this guy is from the Sai fraternity. And over the years, let me tell you, they will tell you, man, this guy is a different guy and he's got some value system in him. He will not budge. Be what you are. Do sadhana, and you will actually adhere to your lifestyle, and you will not budge from there.
Thank you, sir. Let's move on to the last question for today. Sai Ram, sir, what makes you so energetic and so charming day by day? Asks Brother Shekhar.
Who is this? Which can I see him here? Shekhar from where?
He is
Hi,
our
Shekhar. Sikkim. Hi, Sai Ram Shekhar. What makes you energetic, is it?
What makes you so energetic and so charming day by day?
The charming part, I don't know. Energy is, Swami here. When Swami is your life, divine energy is always there with you. Let me tell you, he is the one who does everything. You should realize that you're not the doer. Energy, dunya ka energy dete Swami. In fact, Swami says, if you want to do something, I will act through you. This is the concept of life. And Swami has been so kind that Swami likes very innovative things. Actually, let me also tell you, during his lifetime, when we did the first time when we escorted Swami on motorbikes, that was the first time in the life, in the history of Satsang mission that somebody escorted Swami on motorbikes. That's a beautiful story that I can render sometime, which is a great story of the divine Leela. आप स्वामी को हृदय में लगा के आप काम करिए, एनर्जी ऑटोमेटिक आता है, because Swami is a doer. And second thing is that always be happy in life. If you are joyful and happy, then energy is always positive. Let not negative things come into your mind. And when negative things are removed, there is only positive things. Positive brings positive energy. And Shekhar, you're a very positive guy, I know it. Be happy always.
Sai Ram, thank you, dear brothers and sisters, for your questions. That comes to the end of today's satsang session. If you have any more questions, you can directly put it on the WhatsApp groups. The group will be open for a certain amount of time. I now call upon Brother Chinmay, the program coordinator for Sathya Sai National Leadership Program, to deliver the vote of thanks. Sai Ram.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Hruday. After this wonderful session, actually, I just fall short of words to express our collective thankfulness and gratefulness to our most revered and humble convener, and Gopi Bhaiya, Gopi Uncle, Gop Bhai, whatever you all call him. Now, you all must have realized why Swami has chosen him to be the convener of this flagship program of Sathya Sai Seva organization. Many a times during the sessions, we must have heard mentioning him that we are not accidentally here. We're not accidentally here in this organization. We're not accidentally here as a part of this NLP organizing team. We're not accidentally here as a student of Sathya Sai National Leadership Program. And as he was mentioning, it is because of the hundreds and thousands of punya of our earlier births that we are here. It is because of his love. It is because of his infinite grace that we are here and a part of this prestigious program. We were actually listening to a beautiful Sathya Sai Bhagavatam. What a love story it was. What a true love story. What a companionship. What a true friendship. And what a relationship that he shares with Swami. And in fact, his entire family. We were listening to Hruday, who normally makes all the audio visuals, and he came for this session to introduce his father. We all know Ganga auntie. You must have seen Santosh during our introductory program. And what a beautiful relationship this family shares with Bhagwan. He is indeed a real inspiration for this grand Sai family. So I don't know how to express my thankfulness, how to express our love for him. We are really thankful and grateful to Swami for making him the convener of this program. Is actually a perfect example of leadership in action. We have always experienced as part of the NLP organizing team, how he loves, how he takes care of everything so minutely. He guides as well as he shouts. But inside his shouting, there is so much of love and care hidden inside it. He always teaches us with example, and it is from whom we all have learned. Whatever we preach, we must practice. So thank you so much, Bhaiya, for this wonderful session. We look forward to listen to you again and again. Maybe this was too late for us to arrange this satsang session with you. We pray Swami to give you more and more strength, and especially the way you concluded making Swami our heart of life, our life, not merely a part of life. Yes, when we make Swami our life, our heart of life, so as Gubbe was mentioning, everything will be taken care of by him. Every step will be taken care of by him. So thank you once again, Bhaiya, for reminding us and offering, to be grateful to Swami in each and every moment of our life. Thank you once again. And please be with us and keep on, share your experience more and more with us. There is so much of things we left today, and look forward to listen to you more and more. Thank you, Bhaiya. Sai Ram.
With your permission, Chinmay.
Yes, Bhaiya.
This is my family here. This is my family. You know, I don't think that you're different from what I am. Everybody, every participant, the organizing team. Yes, I'm a little strict. I've learned it from Swami, the art. But that doesn't mean, when there's a duty has to be done. The responsibility is taken, the responsibility has to be done. Authority is given, authority has to be taken up in the proper manner. I want to basically thank Visalakshi here. I don't know if she's there. She's been pressurizing me for almost 2.5 years to speak in a satsang. I was avoiding this for a long time. Speaking in front of my own children, I sometimes feel that, is there a need? But I think Gitanjali sent me a voice message, a very frightening, strong message that she sent me. And that is how the decision to speak was not mine. Ganga auntie sent a message to Gitanjali Singh that Gopi will speak. So some decisions are taken at home. So also remember this, the authority lies somewhere else. That's how it is. And I should thank everybody and the audiovisual team. I know the script writers, Subhada and Swati, they put in so much of effort and love in everything they do. Amrit, then Sai Ram, and normally every AV has to pass my approval. And this AV came up without my approval. And even this morning when I was talking to Hruday, they said there's no AV. I said, I'll introduce myself. This is my own family. I'll introduce myself. What is there to introduce, But I think मेरे पीछे काफी षड्यंत्र हुआ है. And Subhada and Swati and this team have done this. I know that. मैं देख लूंगा, मेरा भी मौका मिलेगा. So thank you so much, and it's a great day. So nice to see you all, and have a great Sunday. Jai Sai Ram.
Thank you so much, Bhaiya, once again.
Sai Ram.
So now I hand it over to our IT team to take this session forward.
Samastha Lokah Sukhino Bhavanthu. Samastha Lokah Sukhino Bhavanthu. Samastha Lokah Sukhino Bhavantu. Om